given to you by RE/MAX Realty Advantage. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Shauna Zamarripa. I'm the trainer and tech guru extraordinaire here at our office. Everyone who's currently on the call is currently muted. I'm going to mute everyone throughout the duration of the call. However, if you have a question throughout the webinar, please do not hesitate to type it in the chat box. Towards the end of the webinar, once I finish my presentation, I will unmute everyone and then go ahead and open it up to questions and answers. So without further ado, it is several minutes after 1 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to talk about, all about Facebook and ShortStack. Well, what is ShortStack? ShortStack is actually an app that integrates into your Facebook business page, and it's probably one of the coolest apps that I've seen. What I like about it is whether or not you're a code whiz, a tech guru, or novice, it's basically a do-it-yourself solution for any kind of Facebook contest, promotion, sweepstakes, pretty much anything your imagination can cook up. It's really, really an amazing platform to build a lead generation database in addition to increasing likes to your Facebook business page and getting you some exposure with that. One thing I do want to mention before we go any further is it does not integrate with your Facebook personal page. So you have to have a business page for this to work out. If you need to know how to create a business page, please make a point of attending one of our Facebook page business classes that we teach here in a webinar format as well. The second thing that's important to know about ShortStack is it gives you an opportunity to go viral, and I've put together some case studies and some information to show you how powerful this particular little tiny app is. It encourages other people to share your content, which is probably one of the most important factors of this particular piece of software. You want somebody to share content. You want them to put that content out there because that's going to give you exposure to their network, to their database. It's also going to encourage referrals, additional comments, inviting, and so much more. And one of the things that I talk about with my Facebook classes is engagement is so crucial. You need to be engaging your client base. You need to be engaging the people that are commenting on your posts. You need to be commenting on other people's posts. And this gives you a catalyst to do just that. So it's a really, really, really cool app that I sincerely believe in, and I've used it a couple times with amazing success. So I want you to, start reaching for some new frontiers with your business and really leveraging social media to help you so that you're not paying for leads anymore. This app actually now is starting to integrate between YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, not just Facebook. It started out as an exclusive Facebook app. I do want to make you aware of that, even though it's still under development for some of these different platforms. There are ways that you can cross-promote. So it's actually a very, very, very powerful tool. Let's go through some case studies. Say It Social, which is sayitsocial.com. They're an amazing little company, and they were a startup, and they generated more than 360,000 fans. Between 62 different apps that they use ShortStack with. It was a 940% growth in their Facebook page. And we're talking about in less than a year. So it gave them 3,499 impressions, 2,345 click-throughs. Anybody who's using any kind of platform where you're measuring your impression to click-through rate might be a little bit discouraged because sometimes your impressions are not as good as your click-throughs. What's interesting about ShortStack is because the majority of people today, especially millennials, people who are in between ages 18 and 36, are spending so much time on social media, but they're also looking at, okay, we want contest promotions, cool things that we can register for. This is giving you a platform to do that, and as you can see here with the Say It Social results, they did just that. I mean, their percentage rate of click-throughs was amazing. There was another company, Friendship Circle. They did a bike giveaway. Their goal was to give away as many bikes as possible to special needs kids. And they did a 4-week contest with a voting phase that lasted for 5 days. And basically, they integrated their audience with that. The parents could submit their children into the contest. They'd provide a photo and, a little phrase on why their child deserved to win a bike. So during that promotion, they started out with 2,700 Facebook fans and ended up with 66,000. They received 154 submissions. votes of 52,000. Now, the voting is crucial because when you're creating these contests, you're asking the people who are submitting their kid or, you know, their sister, niece, nephew, whatever, to ask their networks to vote. Well, guess what? That's an instant share because you know that they're going to do that. Proud parents, proud grandparents, all that, they're going to say, hey, vote for my kid in this contest so that they can win a free bike. That is, again, going to increase your exposure exponentially. During one day of the contest, they received 35,000 app views, and that was really, really extreme. So we're talking 100,000 page views in just 5 weeks, and the cost of that was essentially 18 bikes. When you're talking about referral and repeat business, that is an amazing number. You know, we talk about when you're using social media, when you're using these platforms, you got to go fish where the fish are. Well, guess what? This is not only where the fish are, but this is how the fish bite. So if you want something to bait your marketing hook, this is an amazing resource to do that. Let's talk about FreshBuzz. That agency had 50 clients who were using ShortStack. They built 250 apps for their clients, launched several successful campaigns with that. One was with a hotel, and that hotel received 10,000 fans, and that was a 4,000% growth. Could you deal with a 4,000% growth in your business? Probably. Another client, which was a local cafe, increased their fan base from 10,000 fans to 33,000 fans within a year, using FreshBuzz and ShortStack to help create custom Facebook apps. Now, do you need custom Facebook apps? No, not necessarily at this point, not necessarily when you're starting out your fan page. ShortStack will do pretty much everything you need, but it's just some ideas on how to help get your business moving a little bit forward. Let's go on to the next slide. The next one is they also offer a lot of tips and tricks and ideas. And this is great for those of you who might have a creativity or content block. You don't really know what to say or how to say it or anything like that. Well, they have all kinds of ideas on Facebook management, great status updates, different app ideas for each month. You know, as you're preparing a ShortStack campaign, I would highly suggest checking out the April app ideas, just giving you some inspiration on what some other people have done. Some really good cover photo ideas. You definitely need a cover photo for your Facebook page, or that's basically what you would refer to as a, you know, on the top half header of your timeline. You've also got a timeline promotion guide, boosts, likes, and engagement, how to promote an app on a budget, and then integrating ShortStack with MailChimp. And for those of you who don't know what MailChimp is an opt-in newsletter service that you can utilize. So when you're putting lead capture out there, you can actually integrate that with MailChimp if you're using that particular piece of software. If you have another piece of software that offers you drip campaign ideas or drip campaign information, you can integrate it with that as well, and it's actually a lot easier than what you might think. Another good resource is, especially when we're talking Pinterest or when we're talking Instagram, or even now when we're talking Facebook, people are really responsive to infographics. Videos and pictures are so king. So you've got already pre-made infographics that will help you promote your app, that will talk to you about that. You know, they have infographics on the value of Facebook, the elements to a perfect contest, on how to engage users, on how to get more Facebook shares, you know, a definition of 51 different social media terms. There's a ton of infographics that you can download and actually promote. So you're not having to create all this content. You're actually able to share content that has already been created by some real consummate professionals. Another big thing is ebooks. And one thing I do want to point out with this is anybody who's blogging, and everybody should be, ebooks is essentially something that you can promote on a blog. And this is particularly important because let's say you promote the ebook, okay? Let's say you blog and you promote the ebook. Well, guess what you can also promote? You can promote from that ebook a link to your Facebook business page so that you're actually increasing the amount of traffic to go there. You know, you could say, you need to like my Facebook business page to be able to download this free ebook. Well, you get this free ebook automatically from ShortStack, so that's pretty cool. You know, you got 36 app ideas, Facebook marketing, how pros use Facebook ads, Facebook secrets, holiday marketing ideas, connecting all year long. You've got all of these different resources and information that's literally at your fingertips 24/7. Another thing I like about ShortStack is that they don't leave you out in the cold. You have a lot of help documentation. You have help for action widgets, Instagram widgets, how to use MailChimp, troubleshooting, promotions, and even doing mobile applications. So they're going to support you throughout the entire process, which is amazing and not like many other apps or companies that I've seen out there. So definitely worth taking advantage of. Let's look at a few different examples of what people have done. One of these was one of the case studies that I talked about. If you look at the infographic in the middle, you've got the Friendship Circle with the Great Bike Giveaway. And this is actually something that ShortStack built for them. It was basically just point-and-click functionality for this app to be able to share the different stories and then say, hey, you know, you can share this, you can like this, whatever it is that you want to do. So literally the only limitation that you have is, you know, what kind of contest do you want to create? What kind of promotion do you want to have? Essentially what happens here is when you're creating the ShortStack app, it becomes the front of your Facebook timeline. So people who've already liked your page, your business page, will go straight to your timeline and have an option to enter the contest. Now people who are not yet fans, you're going to be asking them, hey, you're going to have to fan my page if you want to enter this contest. Guess what? That increases how many people fan your page quite a bit. Promotion, for those of you who are gamers like me or die-hard nerds, you've got Medal of Honor that did an incredible promotion using ShortStack. This is an example of how they did that. You also have different multifunctional promotions. You know, you got to like the page to do this. Then you got to be part of our team. And then you got to do something else if you want to download something. So you can make this as complicated or as easy as you might like, depending on what your objective is as far as marketing is concerned. You can do multi-language promotions, so you could do things in both English and Spanish, which is pretty cool. One thing I liked particularly for realtors would be the summer photo contest, you know, inviting people who want to show off their house or their lawn or their flower beds, things like that, or, you know, different recipes that they do or different, you know, drinks that they make that are refreshing during the summer. Whatever it is you want to do, that's going to help increase your engagement because people are going to be like, oh, okay, well, I want to win this because I have the best, you know, chili recipe south of the border, or north of the border in this case. You've got lead generations and galleries that you can utilize as well that are also very, very helpful. This is another good thing for realtors. As you can see here, this was a Sotheby's house and gallery and things like that, so people had to actually like the page before they were able to view the gallery. That was pretty cool. You know, there were international giveaways, there's food giveaways, literally anything your little heart desires you can do. You've got countdown giveaways, and it'll say, you know, you've got 12 days to enter this contest, or 12 days to like my page, or 12 days to do whatever action that you want the consumer to perform. You can give them a little goodie download. You know, if you find something that, you know, is easily customizable, or, you know, a little cartoon or something like that, you can actually require that somebody like your page before they're able to download it or look at it. Human nature is when we restrict something from the public, they want it that much more because all of a sudden it's in short demand. They can't get it for free. They can't get it right here. So they're going to actually say, okay, well, I'm going to, you know, come like the page if I want to get access to this content. You can even do advanced kind of promotion. You know, you can have people interface with certain things. Again, making this as easy or as complex as you might like. Let's say you want to do a coupon, making this relevant to real estate. Let's say, okay, you sign up with me, here's a, you know, free coupon and I'll buy your home warranty on your next purchase or sale of your home. Or, you know, I'll contribute $150 to your home warranty, something like that, whatever kind of promotion that you want to run. There's some agents who will do moving services. There's some agents who will do lawn care for a year. You know, really kind of whatever coupon promotion you want to do, that's just another idea that you can do. Photo voting, we kind of already went over that, but basically, essentially, if, you know, you want user-submitted photos, you want to engage your audience, and then you want them to beg and ask everybody in their network to go and, like their photo and vote on their photo and things like that. So, you could do a little girl beauty pageant contest. You could do, the most beautiful bride in the month of whatever. There's a lot of different options here that you can utilize, as far as the winner gets whatever. And the whatever is whatever you decide it's going to be. Newsletter integration. This is where we get into a little bit more with MailChimp, where you can actually integrate your short stack promo with your newsletter. If you want additional information on this or training, you're going to have to contact me directly. Voting promotion, hey, which one do you like best? Which two do you like best? Things like that. You've got that option as well. And then here's what I was talking about earlier with the ebooks. You have an option here to where somebody can't download one of those free ebooks that you have access to because you know all about ShortStack unless they like your business page, unless they engage with you. Here you have another example, Kira Kramer. She's got a lot of different wares, a lot of different handicrafts that she puts out there in books and things like that. You can promote different things that you do if, you're a crafty individual, which I am most certainly not, but, maybe somebody else out there has something that I don't. So let's talk about the differences with ShortStack. There's actually more than this, but there's going to be a couple things that I recommend here. When you're starting out, you don't necessarily need to do the $25 a month or the $63 a month. There is a method to doing the full stack option, as your business grows, as it gets a little bit bigger, that you're going to want to start using. Because as we were talking about in the case studies, it seems to be the more short stack promotions that they run, or, the more information that they're putting out there using this app, the more fans you're going to get, the more people are going to like your page, things like that. So that is a good option, and it is something I want to prepare you for as you get a little further in your social media career. But the cheaper version, the $25 a month, that gives you up to 25,000 likes, unlimited apps, access to every widget, no short stack logo, and unlimited promotions. So this is actually a very, very, very good value. I don't make anything, by the way, for you signing up for ShortStack, so I'm serious when I say this is a really, really good offer and promotion. However, when you're starting out, those of you who know me also know that I am a notorious cheapskate, and when I say that out of love. There is a monthly plan that is free. This just gives you a side-by-side comparison between the differences on the plans. You've got different things on here that are not going to affect you too much as you're starting out using ShortStack, like the promotion database. You're not going to need that yet. A footer logo, that doesn't really matter. And then, entry storage, that doesn't really matter either. You've got 2,000 fan allowances. So, if your Facebook business page right now is under 2,000 likes, this is a great place to start. The number of pages you can create is still unlimited. But the biggest difference here is, how I talked about in the beginning of the webinar, where you've got Instagram, Twitter, and also YouTube promotions. Well, when you're going with the cheaper two versions, the only ones that you're going to get are Facebook. And that's okay as you're building your business. So don't freak out about that. You don't need the whole kit and caboodle right now. But it is something that you can utilize here. There's a couple different options here. You save more, obviously, when you do the annual billing options. But, the most popular, the full stack, that has probably the most functionality to it. There are some more options that it gives you underneath this, but I just kind of wanted to give you a basic overview of a side-by-side comparison. So this is what your shortstack.com dashboard will look like when you're utilizing it. Oops, sorry about that. You've got a bunch of different public templates and my templates. Now, there's not a whole lot of options here when you're looking at different templates when you're using the free program. You've got basically 103 different templates to choose from. Now, again, is this okay when you're just starting out using this program? Absolutely. Click around, play with it a little bit, see what's going to work for you, but it's laid out very, very nicely. It's laid out very easy to use. If you're a creative person, you've got blank slates that you can utilize and do your own. So There's a lot of different templates that you can use here, and I highly recommend just, playing with it a little bit, signing up for the free version, seeing what you can do with it, and seeing how to use it appropriately. When you go here, you can go from templates, you see where my mouse is right here, over to apps. The apps is when you're creating your different sweepstakes and promotions and things like that. You basically, once you're done with the app, you just click a button and it publishes it to your Facebook page. There is absolutely no code to know. There is no tricky designer tools or anything like that. I mean, you've got it literally in the palm of your hands, just click and go. So it's really, really cool. Again, here you have the option to create a blank app or to create an app from a template. And again, one more time, just as a reminder, when you're creating an app from a template, it's limited under the free version. So, but it is still a great, great, great way for you to get familiar with this resource. Use the templates, kind of see how they work, see how they're put together, and then start customizing them. Basically, all you have to do is drag and drop things onto the different template, and it's very, very, very easy to use. It's very user-friendly. And we provide all kinds of different resources here at our office during our Power Hour, and I'll be doing a more in-depth training on ShortStack coming up in the next couple weeks. But this is a great introduction to it. You can actually sign up using your Facebook account, which makes everything really, really super easy and convenient. So we coach our agents here around heavy online and social media models. Our Power Hour is a perfect opportunity for everybody to see how to install this in a workshop type setting. It gives our agents some hands-on opportunities where you can bring your laptops in, you walk through the technology training in a group setting. So if you want some more details on Power Hour or any of the training that we provide, visit us at 281advantage.net. You can email me as well, Shauna at 281advantage.net. You can find me on Facebook at shauna.zamarripa. Or you can find me on Twitter as @TheWitchOfCibolo, and that, is, of course, there's a story behind that, and if you want to know about it, you're going to have to contact me. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the webinar to any questions that anybody happens to have, and if nobody has any questions, I will let you go for the day. Okay, everybody is unmuted. Anybody have any questions?
I'm just looking forward to the next Power Hour. Got a whole weekend to play with it, so I'm sure I'll have plenty of questions by then.
That's fine, and that's a wonderful thing. I mean, I encourage you to click around with it, and I think even you will be surprised at how easy it is to use. I mean, I seriously was shocked. Hey, blonde Aggie or not blonde Aggie, I think you'll do just fine.
Awesome.
It's seriously one of the easiest things I've ever used, ever. I was even questioning whether or not I was doing it right. That's how easy it was.
Wow.
I was like, there's got to be more to it than this.
Sounds like
it has to be more complicated than this.
No, I like it.
But do you see the value in it? Do you kind of see why I'm saying this is a really good way to go?
I do, and I see now that I really need to build my Facebook business page. Because I have my personal page, and I have a page for Sweetie, and I have a page for Scratch, and I have a page now for Sold by Kim, but I need to work on it because I haven't completed it, and it looks pretty boring still, so I'll be working on that this weekend too.
Okay, yeah, and then, while you're there, before you get a lot of fans, my recommendation is, throw the app on there, because you can take it off too, just as easy.
Okay. So
throw the app on there, put something up there, and then test drive it for yourself.
Okay.
And then whatever else you want to do with it, we can play with during Power Hour or whenever, and then there you go.
Sounds great.
All right. Well, you enjoy the rest of your Friday. You enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks for coming.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.